We made a wall, and the American is paying for it.
We're testing out the noise canceling on these microphones because of the wind and the loud grinding noise. But today is Monday, October 14th. Everything's completed for the foundation, everything. And today they finally started laying the block for the perimeter wall. We bought 400 blocks thinking that was going to take them a few days. And they're already pretty much completely out of block unless they hit it somewhere, which I don't think. I think that's literally what's left. And then there's also wood there, but they already have like a little less than half of the wall done for the perimeter all the way around back here. And then there's just this part right here to do. But today was some crazy progress as Monica enjoys a snack while recording.
My first snack in my backyard.
Very professional, thank you. Just kidding. But we also went and ordered 3,000 of the thermal bricks to start on this long wall here and then the front to close it off. I don't know how much that 3,000 is going to get us through. It's apparently about 4 of those blocks to one of these regular blocks. So it's going to be interesting. What?
Bricks.
It's like 4 bricks to one of these blocks. But yeah, this is the progress made today. They're surprisingly efficient. They start somewhere around 8 a.m. We came at about 12 and they had only gotten through like 2. They were finishing the second row. If they started at 8, 4 hours later, they had 2 rows. But then 5 hours later from 12, they have 7 rows on this back wall, 7 rows. And then 5 completed rows on this long wall with the 6th one almost done. But today's really good visual progress. We have 2 weeks left here. And if I had to guess, it looks like we're going to meet our goal of closing off the property. Yeah, I think we're on track.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at it, we should be done this week.
Most probably. Because we're going to stop just in the perimeter wall and the front, and we're just going to close it.
Yeah. Are we going to have them pour cement for the Castillos before we go?
I think so.
Okay, so we're going to have to figure out how expensive that's going to be. It doesn't look like it should be too bad. It's definitely going to be less than the Dala because it's a lot thinner and I don't know. But we'll find that out this week. And yeah. Oh, but they did also take the wood off of the Dala so you can see the completed poured concrete and all the trash, but ignore that.
It's cool to see the progress, and I don't know, everything just...
It's coming together quickly.
Yeah, I mean, the foundation is the part that takes the most time.
Yeah.
Because it's the digging, and then, like, you have to do the measuring, and everything has to be right and exact and check. And then when they start putting the blocks and the bricks in, that goes like really quick, as we can see. But I don't know, it's very exciting, and I don't know, it's just, I don't know, I'm excited. It's a dream coming true.
And this is our 4th week starting, yeah?
I think so.
Last week was our 3rd full week, so starting our 4th week, and like this is the progress already made. It's looking good. You know, if we weren't leaving for 2 months, we would literally have a house in like
if we
a couple weeks.
Had the money also.
Yeah, if we had the money, we would have like a closed off house in like a couple weeks. But we're gonna go back to the US, save up some more money through the end of the year, and yeah. That's awesome. You can also see they're doing a really good job with this wall.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Yeah, I'm very happy with the quality of the mortar work. Like obviously there's some like empty spots, but overall it looks pretty good. There's not like huge chunks hanging off that's going to make like plastering hard. And they're also keeping it very straight, luckily. The quality is surprisingly quality for our contractor constantly hiring different people.
Yeah.
It's like every week it's different people working on it, but no, it looks good. I mean, that's pretty much it for today. We're going to need to figure out if we need to buy more regular brick or if they're just going to work on the térmico for a little bit. So that's about it.
I mean, they have homework for tomorrow.
Yeah, what?
They have homework for tomorrow.
Homework?
Yeah. Yeah, they have some stuff to work on tomorrow, and I don't know, we'll probably get more.
Yeah.
Because also we need that part in there. Since we took a little bit more of the neighbors and the angles are not angling correctly.
Yeah.
I will need to correct something on that corner and also put like 20 centimeters also inside like another block to be able to have the
The
gate
gate.
as we wanted. We wanted to slide into the wall of
Yeah.
the kitchen, but right now it won't be sliding.
Yeah. So the main issue is that because we, like she said, we expanded this wall that way. So this opening for the parking, it's supposed to be even with the wall of the house. But because we shifted the wall a little bit, that's wider. So if the gate is sliding all the way open, it doesn't have enough room to open all the way. So the gate will actually be sticking out a bit into the opening.
Yeah, actually, come here. Do you see how in there at the end we have those like, I don't know, 10 centimeters, something like that? My dad asked the contractor to get inside a little bit, those 10 centimeters for the gate to slide in. But I mean, it's our contractor and we love him, but he forgot to do those 10 centimeters also
Okay,
in this
but
side.
did we also communicate that with Vicente again? Because that's what we discussed with the original contractor we were going to
Yes,
hire.
yes, my dad told him. And he did that again. On that side, you can see it, but he was supposed to do those 10 also to this side.
Yeah.
So he basically just like did a diagonal
Yeah.
instead of this.
Yeah, no, that's fair. So this is supposed to be farther back, but it's whatever. We're just gonna have to build a little jut out on this part of the wall so that we could put a shorter gate so it slides all the way open. But yeah, I mean, it's a minor issue to have. But that's pretty much it for Monday's update. Like I said, tomorrow we're getting 3,000 of the thermal bricks delivered, and I'm assuming that's what they'll start working on. And we'll see you for tomorrow's update, and we'll see what 3,000 thermal bricks looks like. That is a slightly more expensive process because the bricks are much smaller, so more labor, but meh, that's it. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hi. I know, bye.
Bye. Welcome back to the job site. Today is Wednesday. It pretty much looks the same as it did for the last couple of days. The wall is finished to 10 blocks high in the back and on the side, and they started placing the wooden forms and then the top dala that's going to be poured at some point. And then this other back side wall, they're almost done with that, just a few more levels. So that part of the perimeter wall is going to be 10 blocks high, then the dala, and then I think another 3 or 4 blocks high, so it should be about 14 blocks total, and that'll be the height of our perimeter wall, and that's also going to be the height of the house. So we still have those 3,000 thermal blocks that we got delivered the other day. They haven't started placing those. I'm assuming they're just finishing this part of the perimeter wall in the dala, and then we'll get to placing those blocks, but I mean, pretty much all we need to do is get the Dala and the Castillos poured. That'll provide structure to these walls. And then they don't really have to be built all the way to the height, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, but I mean, we'll see if we get the full height done before we leave. But I mean, as long as the Dala and the Castillos are poured and the wall has structure, that's pretty much what we need. But then they still do need to do that front part of the thermal wall. And then, I mean, we have the blocks, so we should be able to get that front part done at least. And then some of the sides, I don't know. We estimate about 8,000 blocks just for that one wall because the thermal block is so much smaller. So don't really know just how much of that wall we're going to get done, but at least going to try to see as much as we can get done before we leave. But that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I think he still has a couple less workers than last week, so they're moving a little bit slower.
Yeah, yesterday it was only 2 more and him, so 3.
3.
I don't know how many show up today.
And Monday it was like 4 or 5 of them total, so meh.
Found a mirror.
Oh, nice. Monica's here picking up trash, and apparently somehow more trash is ending up on our property.
Yeah, that's why we need to close too.
Yeah. Get it closed off, get a gate, and then no one can see into the property, and we could leave a couple things here if need be, or it should just cut down on the amount of trash that's accumulating on the property. But for this side wall, they don't have many blocks left, so we might need to get more. I don't know. There needs
Another
to be
thing. Huh?
There needs to be 4 more rows here, and there only looks to be so many blocks, so we might have to order more there, but yeah.
Another thing that we want to have done before we go is to plant a tree. We haven't decided if right in the corner or more like to the middle. And we also need to decide which kind of tree we want that will not, over time the roots do something to the house. There are some methods on how to plant them, but that's something that doesn't grow like too big.
Yeah,
For a small backyard.
Oh yeah, definitely something with roots that don't grow out that much, because it's really not that far. It's like, what, 5 meters from the house to the back wall, give or take. We're being stalked by a dog.
Yeah, something that gives something to it will be nice. I don't know, peaches and limes maybe. I don't know. For all I care, it's some shadows. And some shadow, and maybe, one of those that have a fruit, so we can also attract bees and stuff.
See? Yeah, figure it out. We'll have to go look at some trees and do some research and figure it out, but need to get a tree planted before we go. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll have to see when they're gonna start placing that thermal block. That's pretty much it, and we'll be back with another update tomorrow. Right now, we don't really know a whole lot of what's going on, but we're trying to keep you updated, so we'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Today is Friday, October 18th. Is it the 18th? The updates the last couple of days have been kind of quiet, but that's also because while there's been a lot going on, the last few days hasn't been a ton of visual progress. But, it is a huge step. Like, the entire perimeter wall is standing, except for the part that's the house, but like the concrete for the Castillos was being poured yesterday. They're supposedly getting to the Dala today. Don't know, but it's a huge week for us. It's going to be a very spendy week, because this is when the labor starts to get really expensive, because instead of paying kind of for all of the work for each step, it's essentially the labor is per block we're placing, and we think we place somewhere from 800 to 850 blocks this week, and the Castillos and Dala being poured, so it's a lot for us to pay for, but we're making progress. And then hopefully next week they'll be getting the thermal block done so that we can completely close off the property, and we can leave in like a week. So right now we're heading to the site to count how many blocks were placed, talk with the contractor, and kind of figure out what we owe him for this week. So that's where we're going. Yeah. So I completely forgot to film an outro for this video, but to be honest, not much happened beyond what you saw. Next week we are going to be placing the thermal brick, so if you're interested in seeing that, be sure to hit the subscribe button. We're also going to be doing weekly updates until we leave, and then once we come back in January, finishing up the project. So be sure to follow along for that, and we'll see you next week. Bye.